Max Verstappen is a force to be reckoned with on the Formula One circuit. With his lightning-fast speed and fearless approach to racing, Verstappen is a driver that every other competitor dreads facing on the track. But what is it about Verstappen that sets him apart from the rest? 2022 was a season that has affirmed the paddock's suspicions that the Dutchman has evolved into a complete F1 driver. And that's something that can be said of very few in the sport's history. Max Verstappen is often touted as one of the greatest drivers in the current Formula One landscape, and for good reason. He possesses an innate talent that sets him apart from many of his peers, and his unyielding determination only amplifies his skill on the track. Red Bull's team boss, who has been fortunate enough to work with some of the most talented drivers, has noted that Verstappen is the greatest he's ever seen. While Sebastian Vettel and Michael Schumacher were analytical and worked tirelessly, Verstappen is known for his seat-of-the-pants style. He is determined, unafraid to speak his mind, and always gives 110% in the car. Verstappen is not one to spend hours poring over data. Instead, he is focused on delivering results. Max Verstappen's natural talent, confidence, and determination make him a formidable opponent on the track. He is not just a skilled driver, but also a racer who loves the thrill of the competition and the rush of adrenaline. He is a complete driver and a true asset to the F1 community. He is certainly one driver that no other F1 driver will love to compete against. Max Verstappen is one of the most talented and promising drivers in Formula One. He is known for his fluid and smooth driving style that allows him to be incredibly fast over a single lap or an entire race. Since the start of his career, Verstappen has been known for his aggressive driving style, which can be both mesmerizing and maddening. Depending on one's perspective, he is known for his fearless approach, which is a large part of the reason for his superior competitive edge and a recent dominance, including back-to-back world championships in 2021 and 2022. Verstappen possesses a killer instinct, as stated by his team principal Christian Horner. He is a driver who can deal with whatever the situation requires and continue to dominate on the track. Despite his young age, Verstappen has already amassed an impressive list of achievements, including more Grand Prix victories than all but 5 other races in the history of Formula One. He is a driver who can come from any starting position and still have a chance to win, displaying his exceptional control of the racing line as he skillfully overtakes other drivers with ease. This is why many F1 drivers dread racing against Verstappen, as he is known for pushing the limits and not giving way. Verstappen's team principal Christian Horner often says Max's best form of defense is attack. And it's true, Verstappen is a driver who will never give up the fight. He has a competitive mentality that is driven by a lack of fear, as he believes that you can't go fast if you have fear inside you. This attitude has served him well over the years, but it has also led to some controversial moments on the track. In 2021, Verstappen was criticized for his combative behavior during several encounters with Lewis Hamilton. He once forced Hamilton off the track in Brazil and also caused damage to Hamilton's car in Saudi Arabia. However, in the 2022 F1 season, Verstappen has made very little contact with other cars, leading many commentators to speculate that he has modified his racing style. Irrespective of his racing style, Verstappen is someone no driver on the grid will want to come up against. Red Bull's technical director Pierre Wacker recently praised Max Verstappen for his incredible ability to maximize the performance of his car. Red Bull spent most of the 2020 season chasing Mercedes in their mighty W11 Challenger, which was clearly the fastest car on the grid at the time. However, the 2022 world champion managed to give the Silver Arrows a run for their money on a few occasions, a feat that his teammate Alex Albon never managed. Pierre Wacker said of Max Verstappen's talent, Max has the ability to control instability that would be impossible for some others. We know that sometimes making a car on the edge in this way can create a quicker car, so we went in this direction, and Max was extracting lap time from it, and so we kept going in that direction. Wacker added, but it was only because he has so much talent that he was still getting lap time from it as we kept going. We realized after a while that we had reached the ceiling with the car in a way. And also, you saw with the other drivers, with Pierre Gasly in 2019 and Alex, they struggled to extract the best from it. We had gone too far in this direction. Max Verstappen race engineer Gianpiero Lambiase also praised the Dutch driver. Gianpiero Lambiase said the Dutchman is really easy to work with and has a gift for the sport. Lambiase has played a crucial role in helping the 24-year-old become the formidable driver he is today. The reigning world champion himself recently claimed that he couldn't see himself in the sport without Lambiase, who works behind the scenes giving the Red Bull driver all the information and data he needs. Lambiase also praised Max Verstappen's honest and open approach to racing, claiming the two-time world champion has the perfect mix of analytical yet natural feel for racing. Lambiase explained in the Red Bulletin Heroes Verstappen Edition magazine, the relationship between a driver and a race engineer is based on mutual trust. The more direct a driver is, the more he trusts the team. My experience is that if a driver stops giving his honest opinion about the car and starts circling it, the results get worse. Max is direct, but so am I. That makes working with him very open, honest, and easy. Lambiase continued, some drivers want to get to the bottom of the data, while others don't want to be involved at all. And then there's Max. He explains very precisely where he can push the car to the limit and what exactly he needs to drive faster. We always know what to do because of his instructions. A driver who can communicate clearly is a great gift. He has an incredibly natural feel for racing, coupled with a good analytical mind. It will be interesting to see whether Max Verstappen can make good use of Lambiase's experience in 2023 and secure yet another title in the sport. Max Verstappen is known for his wet weather prowess. He made his first impression in the wet in 2016 when he drove a masterclass in treacherous conditions in Brazil. Since then, the driver has picked up numerous wins in wet weather and has been continuously brilliant in those conditions. Max Verstappen's skills were on display this season in the wet race in Japan. Under torrential conditions where the track was just too wet, Verstappen ended up opening a gap of around 28 seconds to Sergio Perez in second place. What was mighty impressive about this was the fact that the race was only run for around 40 minutes because of the conditions. This meant that Verstappen pulled out a second per lap on the second fastest car on the grid. In a recent interview with GQ magazine, the Red Bull driver was asked what his secret is, to which he pointed to his origins as a racer. As a youngster, he raced in Belgium and Holland, and since it used to rain a lot in those areas, he would often race in wet weather. Because of the practice he accrued over his formative years, he developed the skill to race in these conditions. He said growing up in Belgium and Holland, it rains a lot, so we never turned around when it suddenly started raining. We would put the rain tires on and we would go and practice, and that just helped a lot. You get a lot more understanding of what you have to do when it rains. Also, Father Jos Verstappen commented on this on his blog and said that Max always had something extra in the bag in the rain. He said these kinds of conditions are Max's specialty from an early age. He had something extra in the rain. I spoke to him and called him, and I already sent him a text message. I told him he is the best, but I say that almost every weekend. Max Verstappen has been truly sensational for the sport in the last few years, and his popularity has also scaled to new heights because of this. The motorsport world is buzzing with excitement over Verstappen's future. Many believe that he has not yet reached his full potential, and that the best is yet to come. The question on everyone's mind is how long he will be able to maintain his intensity and continue to perform at such a high level. Despite the unknowns, one thing is certain. Verstappen is a complete driver who has a bright future ahead of him. He has the speed, talent, and maturity to continue to dominate on the racetrack and become a true legend in motorsports. Do you think Max Verstappen has what it takes to lead F1 for the next few seasons with his driving style? Please let us know your thoughts in the comment section below.